It's time to take you on an unforgettable mountain trip. Today we're taking a 10-meter MAN bus to the Dolomites. Behind me we see the brand new city bus from MAN. This is the MAN Lion City 10E electric city bus, but we are not in the city. Today we are surrounded by 4,000-5,000 meters high mountains. We are in Italy in the Dolomites to really give it a test drive, to drive up and down. And we are also trying to break a world record. So join us, subscribe to the channel and have a great adventure with us here in Italy. My first impression of this bus, what to say? It's just like the 12E, the big brother. It's very comfortable to drive. You have the perfect driver's compartment. I love using the steering wheel. The pedals are very efficient and it's very smooth when I use the pedals. Some electrical buses, if I release the throttle like I do now, you get this hoi, and then you will have your face in the front screen. It's nothing here. It's just the same feeling as driving the diesel bus. And if you like to have a regeneration, just push down the retarder one step and then you will get a little bit of generation while you're releasing the throttle. On the roof of this bus, it's 5 battery packages, and the total capacity of the bus is 400 kilowatt hours. And this will give you a range of about 300 kilometers. And you only charge the bus for 3 hours, and then the battery is full and you are ready to go new 300 kilometers. But you can only do this bus as a plug-in charged bus. You can have it in the front, you can have it over the front axle, or you can have it all the way in the back. But the bus will come with a pantograph on the roof in a couple of years, because in, for example, Spain, it's mandatory to be able to have a pantograph charging of the buses. So the first version will have 2 rails on the roof for a pantograph that will go down, but it will also come with a pantograph that will go up. We do have the digital mirrors here, one wide angle on top and one standing big mirror on the left, just like we would have with the normal mirrors. We also have it on the right side. The mirrors are a little bit closer to the center, so I don't have to turn my head that far. And we have been talking about digital mirrors many times before. Somebody loves it, somebody hates it. I'm in between. When I started this bus earlier today, I had to back in and out from a little car park, and I don't know where my back end is. Even though I have this backing camera that's on a quite big monitor above my head, I still don't have the great feeling about where my back end is. And then when I had to take a quite heavy right turn, there is no indication telling me if I hit the car to my left on the back corner or not, and it went very well. I really wish that I had more control of the depth of view in these digital mirrors. But of course they work very nice. There is no lagging on this one, because we have been driving digital mirrors that have been lagging and also showing things a little bit after. So these mirrors are working very well. But MAN has always been very good with the digital mirrors, I feel. Even though this is a small and nice city bus, it actually holds the capacity of 67 people, and 25 of those people can also be seated in one of the seats. And in some markets you can even have 80 people in this little bus. So it's very efficient for its size. It has 3-door solution, 2 + 2 + 2. The first doors here are swinging doors and the 2 other doors are sliding doors. And that's very efficient for both space and capacity. It means that it's good flow in and out of the bus, and there's even one wheelchair ramp here. So it's very nice for also people that needs wheelchairs or the baby strollers to come in and out of this bus. I don't have an armrest here to my right, but I do have it here to my left. Around me I do have a lot of buttons. To my right we do have the doors, 1, 2, 3, it's 1 door each button. Above that we have the locking systems for the doors, so you can choose only opening 1 or only opening 2, or you can also lower and rise the bus. Also to the right we do have the climate system, and above the climate system we do have the gear shift. It's only DNR, so drive, neutral, reverse. In the middle here we do have the panel, and here we have speedometer and we have the meter that shows us how much energy we're using. We both have the digital showing of the percentage of the battery, but we also have the analog, so it feels like we're driving a diesel bus. Here you can see the air pressure, and you can also see your time and temperature. And guys, right now it's 33 degrees. It's not strange that I'm sweating from everywhere. To my left we have some lighting solutions, both inside and outside. And to my left we have the electrical side window. I'm always fascinated by the electrical side window. And here's also the handbrake. And again, as we have mentioned before with MAN, look at the side window. It goes deep down and you have vision from A pillar to the B pillar. Everything you need to see, you will see. Feels like a great light environment for me as a driver. With good mirrors, good side window, good front view. I'm very happy as a driver behind the steering wheel of the MAN Lion City 10E. The hill hold is very nice to use, but it doesn't activate automatically. You have to keep the foot on the brake for some seconds, but then it will stay forever. So if you keep the foot on the brake and you leave for dinner, the bus will still be there when you come back. So just remember that you have to keep the foot on the pedal for 3 seconds, then the bus will stand there. And immediately when you press the throttle, the hill hold releases and you can drive safely towards the top of the Dolomites. And we will also now go to the top of the Dolomites, and we have about 2,000 meters to climb, and we are part of a world record attempt now. Well, it's not an official Guinness Record world record, but in MAN World Records book, because MAN is now doing these press days here in the Dolomites for 3 days, and within those 3 days they're aiming to drive 10,000 altitude meters within 3 days with an electric bus. They don't think that ever have been done before. So now we are actually part of an unofficial world record attempt. So now we will start climbing and we will go up, and when we are up we will go even more up. And what fascinates me with the Dolomites and the Alps and everything is like when you have climbed forever, you reach a little society and then you climb even more. It's fantastic. The nature, the scenery down here, it's absolutely breathtaking. So when we now start climbing the hills, it's very important to use the pedals correct. Because if I would press this pedal to the metal, nothing will actually happen, because everything here is electronically powered. So if I will give, like I'm doing now, a full throttle, nothing happens before after a couple of seconds. So you need to use the pedal like you almost are giving a massage. You have to feel the hills, you have to feel the pedals, because when you are just giving a little bit of the throttle, that's when you have the most momentum. The torque is most powerful, and then you can feel the bus really, really well. And the pedal is nice to work with, so you will never have an uncomfortable feeling with this. And now I will take you all the way up to the hill comfortably and safe. And I see that we do have a lot of traffic today. We have bicycles, we have motorcycles, we have cars, we have camper vans. So we will try to not knock them down with our long overhang both back and in the front. Today I am very happy to be a test driver. What a day. Now I'm using maximum of the battery capacity. We are driving uphill and the electrical engine is working for all the money it's worth. And on the screen in the bus where you normally see the next station or the commercials, we actually do have some meters that shows all the details of the engine. You see the torque, you see the power, you see what you have left, you see what you regenerate. It's a very nice feature on this prototype demo bus that we are having here. This is the second unit of this MAN Lion City 10E. The first unit is only a prototype that runs on a test track only to measure battery capacity and see if the bus actually works. This unit is out on the road. We do have the measurement systems in here. You cannot lie here in this bus. Everything is measured. And this one is 10.5 meters long, and it's not very unsimilar from the 12-meter version that actually also won Bus of the Year. The way they shortened down the bus, they cut a little piece from the first axle and back to the rear door. So this means that the bus is similar like the 12E, it's just shorter. So here the wheelbase is only 4.4 meters long, but in front and the back everything stays the same. And even on interior, the seating are the same, the door solution are the same, and there is no box in the back that some other brands still are using. It's a very open environment, and you see everything you like to when you are a passenger. So MAN actually calls this the Mini-Me from the already well-known 12E that won the Bus of the Year. The connectivity in this bus is very nice. You have some USB ports here and there, both USB A and C. And by the second door there is one wheelchair space, and there is also space for 4 folding seats. This is the interior of the MAN Lion City 10E, and it looks exactly like the 12E, except that you are a little bit shorter here. It goes straight from the front axle, boom, to the wheelchair space. And here you have 4 folding seats, you have the stop button for the doors, you have the wheelchair ramp. Tom will tell you more about this in a very short second. And we also have great lighting inside the bus. Look at these LED bars along the roof, and I really like the color choice, yellow. But now, let's jump outside to take a look on the bus from the technical part. This is Tom's Tech Talk.
Welcome to my Tech Talk. Behind me we have the brand new 10.5 meter MAN Lion City 10E, and E is for the electric. Let's take a walk around this amazing electric bus. And the reason I said it's amazing, because we have already been driving up these hills. The feeling was like driving a go-kart. You have a short bus, short wheelbase, and it's driving really smooth up all the hills. This is a bus that we have been testing before and looking at the design before, but then in a 12-meter version. As you can see, the lights is very special for this MAN. You have the MAN logo in the lights, you have the LED lines like this, and you also have the design. It's very close to what you can see on the coaches. Behind this cover you have the charging point for the front, and you also on this bus have a charging point over the wheel on the right side of the bus. If you want, you can choose to have the charging point on both sides and also in the back of the bus. One thing I like with the front design on this bus, as you can see on the top of the front window, the bus is going slightly up hills, and that's the reason for that. It looks lower than it really are, and also it makes the design of the bus really beautiful. On this one you also have the digital mirrors. I still am the old type of driver. To use the digital mirrors you have to get used to it. And I think the quality of the digital mirrors is now 10 times better than it was in the beginning. On this bus you have 3 double doors, and as you can see you have very short distance between the doors. It's more or less only doors on this side, and it makes it really easy to access the bus in all the 3 doors. On this bus you have the manual ramp for the wheelchair. You can also choose to have the electric ramp, but I like and I prefer the manual version. It's so easy to handle. You just grab and put it out like this. On this one you have double sliding doors like this in the middle and the back, and as you can see the overhang in the back is quite big. It is identical to the 12 meter, but you can see at the same time you have a wide opening, easy access, and also when you look inside it's easy to clean. Everything is rounded, beautiful design. But look at the rear part of the bus. This is similar to the coaches. You have the black panel like this, and it's easy to put your stickers on or your logo or whatever you like. And also the rear light looks really nice on this one. It feels like you are driving behind a coach when you are in the passenger car behind. And as you can see we have the 5 battery packs on the roof. It's totally 400 kilowatts hour and give a range on approximately 300 kilometers. This roof is made for the Nordic area. It means that if you have snow and ice, it would easily be removed from the roof, and you don't have big spaces where you can have ice and snow over a long distance. But be careful, because you cannot walk on the roof. It's all electric components and it's high voltage, so it's dangerous. You can have this bus with a standard air conditioning system that you have in a diesel bus, and you can also choose to have the CO2 systems that is more normal on electric bus. Thank you for watching my tech talk. We are still on top of the mountain. We have to drive a little bit longer and we have to feel the downhills again. So join us for the rest of the trip.
So now we have been climbing 2,168 meters above sea level. So that means only one thing. We have to get all the meters down again. So now we have used a lot of energy to come here. So now it's up to this tiny little electric city bus to regenerate all the loss of the battery capacity. Right now the battery is about 45%, so it will be interesting to see how much more battery we will have when we come back to the starting point. Right now I'm just steering the bus from the retarder, and this is the retarder we are used to from the coaches. It's different steps. You just push it one and you will increase one step. So now I'm laying constantly on step 2, change up again now to 1 because it's a little bit flatter, and this is very nice and comfortable way of doing the braking on this bus. The retarder is very good at holding its speed. It's between 1 and the second step, and the speed is very constant and nice. And now we will do one of the 90 degrees hairpin turns, and it is very interesting how smooth you can break down this bus and go around the corner. It doesn't feel like you are in a very steep hill, and it's comfortable, and it's just to steer the bus easy around the corner. You have great view and then straight it up again. Very comfortable to drive the city bus on the top of the Dolomites. I really like that we are doing this kind of road test in the Dolomites because this bus is only 10 meters long. Of course, it's a perfect city bus for smaller cities, narrow roads, narrow streets, but also these kind of buses have a big market in, for example, the Dolomites. It's a lot of hilly roads where these buses are very useful, and somebody might get a little bit stressed out by the electric bus because of the range, but that is why we are doing this test right here and right now, to see that this is actually very efficient. Just now, since we started driving, I've gained 3% battery capacity. So even though if you drive very much uphill and you lose a lot of the battery, well, you have to go down again. So you will always regenerate back to the battery while driving. The perfect way of testing an e-vehicle. Now we are back in the lowland. We had an amazing trip on the top of the mountain, up and down twice actually. We were on 2 tops and both of them were over 2,000 meters high. And now we are down in the lowland again and we are driving on a straight flat road. So it will be very exciting to see the battery capacity when we park the bus, and then we will tell you how everything looks when we will stop the bus later. But I really have to say that this bus, I've really taken all my expectations and improve them. It's a small, tiny city bus with a lot of power, a lot of torque, and it's comfortable, it's silent. It's a really great bus. It looks good, it's comfortable to sit in. I really hope that this will be a popular city bus for small and narrow roads, not only in the city center, but also for these kind of areas. Don't be afraid of the electric buses because they will regenerate power when you're going down. So now we are back at the starting point, and let's take a little look at the battery consumption on this trip. And now I feel like a weather forecaster. On the total capacity, you can see that we have about 49% of the battery capacity in total. And that's not bad because we have been driving 167.2 kilometers. And here on the screen, you can also see that we have regenerated 50% of what we already have used. So it's very great with all the downhills, and our average speed was 24 kilometers per hour. We didn't drive very fast, but of course it was steep, it was down, it was traffic, it was everything. So I'm very impressed about these results. Thank you so much for watching the video here today. And if you like what you see, please click down here. The button is called subscribe, and then you will see all the future videos from us here in Bussmagasinet. Until next time, drive safely and have a great day.